Most home service businesses and home service agencies just suck at Facebook ads. They've run into a problem because Facebook has changed their platform known as the creative fog. This can limit your accounts, stifle the amount of leads you get, and make it so that your cost of acquisition is sky high. It can also create really shitty leads, and it's the biggest reason we've seen people fail with their ad accounts. And because we've returned regularly 20 to 200x on our clients' Facebook ad accounts, I'm not talking out of my ass when I say I know how to fix this. And later in this video, you're gonna see the one change that Facebook made and how you need to fix your ads process to kind of catch up. The first thing you need to understand is how Facebook targeting used to work. They would do something where they would align your interests and your demographic targeting. You could just kind of say, oh, people interested in home improvement and they need to be interested in this specific page and this specific thing. Now, what's happening is Advantage Plus. This is a setting that Facebook has on by natively. This is what they want you to use, right? They want to prioritize audience matching this profile before searching more widely, right? Now, that's kind of the scary part because you can't define your target audience in settings anymore. And what most people do now is they switch to the original options settings. And why this isn't even a good thing is because there's a few things right here. First off, you cannot use machine learning. Machine learning optimizes overnight and learns from users' habits, like what they want to watch more of, what do they search, etc., right? It's taking the user's inputs on the platform. What Facebook used to do is they would use third-party data that they would track by monitoring everything you do on your phone, right? With the iOS 14 privacy laws installed, Facebook cannot track you outside of their app, right? Now they need to have a better way to track you inside of their app. And because of this, traditional interest-based targeting becomes less accurate. Now, there's also the thing with audience tendencies. People may not fit into the narrow scope you define, and Advantage Plus is a better shot at finding them. Overall, by not adapting to this, you lower your conversions, you increase your cost to get a client overall. And what is Facebook doing now? They're delivering ads using TikTok system. It's called the interest graph. Basically, a viewer shows a sign that they like the content, and ads are really catered to that interest level. TikTok used this very aggressively a few years ago to much success. It's kind of why the app is one of the most popular apps in the world and why it's talking about being banned in general. But here's the key question. How do you target them on ads, right? You want to do a couple different things. You want to use your ad creative. You want to use the content in your landing page. You want to use the creative like the photo and the videos, your copy, and even the lead form your questions are all fair game. And why does this change even matter? Most people do not make ads that are run properly for the algorithm. Facebook shows it to the wrong people. They either show it to unqualified people who are not going to buy, they show it to people who are broke and cannot afford you, or they show it to people who are just not interested. And what happens? You don't get buyers. You waste your money. Facebook does not want you to waste your money, and neither do I. This is why I'm making this video. And obviously, this has kind of been a pretty big issue, right? This is even on a lot of tech publications, right? Cost per impressions on the automated have skyrocketed and performance has dropped. Why? Because they're not actually properly optimizing their ads. So here's the things you need to do to fix this quality traffic problem. You need to fix how you make your creatives, and you need to make a feedback loop. I'm here to show you how to do each of these, but the biggest thing you can do to solve these is understand the research you need to do to actually make good ads. There are three main things you want to do. You want to understand their awareness level, you want to understand their benefits, desires, pain points, and their sophistication level. Awareness level should be pretty simple to understand for the most part, but I'll give you a couple of examples. If they're completely unaware, they don't know they have a problem yet, there's no competition in the market, and you need to focus on educating about the problem. You don't really want to target these people because it's going to be the hardest thing to do. Now, I'll show you someone who's aware of your product, right? They know about the way they can solve their problem. the market might be crowded with similar products, right? And you can differentiate based on features, proof, and maybe guarantees. For example, you could, if I'm advertising to you, I could say we guarantee 15 installs in 30 days, right? Level 5 is where they will not buy off of ads. This is what we've determined home service businesses have when they think of marketers. You're not going to buy off of a bold claim. You're not going to buy off of some, oh, they have results. You need something that works. That's why we do free trials. You can see by this video that we know what we're talking about, and because we're matching our business model to win your business on the back end, we have no choice but to get you good results in order for you to stay with us and keep paying. If you want to take advantage of that, click the link below and book in a call. But I'll keep going here. This is also where brand and storytelling can come into play as well. The nice thing is that's not the only thing. You also want to look at the benefits, desires, and the pain points, right? You can read reviews of yourself and competitors to kind of understand this, and you can also just analyze sales calls and marketing data on why people bought and why they opted in the first place. This should determine what questions and concerns your best customers have. You should ignore the data that your worst ones have, or just stay away from that, right? Or even just say if they're just looking for a cheap thing like under 10K, just say if you don't have over 10K, don't opt in, because Facebook will find people who can opt in. The last one is sophistication level. This is basically something where you're determining how you compare versus like how the market is right now, right? If no one is running roof replacement ads, it's going to be a hello market. When roofs were a new thing, that was hello market, right? Now people might be asking, okay, how does it work? Or for 4, they're thinking, how do you do this? Why do you stand out? Like for level 2, for example, it could be you could run an ad that says, is your roof leaking? Here's why it happens, how we solve it. Level 4, we fixed 1,000 roofs last year, see why homeowners trust us. Level 5, tired of empty promises, like satisfaction guarantee, right? The key is you want to get to people on the awareness level who are closest to buying. For benefits, desires, pain points, you want the ones that are most profitable and the biggest ones to fix that are the most emotional. For sophistication, you can't really control this. You can reposition your stuff as new, because the closer to one, the better. If you reposition yourself as something new, unique, you're a little better off, of course. This is an example ad I made for roof replacement right here. I'm assuming that people want bang for their buck. They have kind of like their problem aware, and they just want to know how it works. Like you can say, is your roof leaking, old, or storm damage? Ignoring it can cost you thousands and bigger repairs down the line. I chose this because they should just get a replacement. You want them to go for a replacement rather than the quick fix, because if they're going to end up paying more down the line by doing the quick fix, yeah, they should invest now, right? Looking at this again, I would compare this to a more expensive option and say something like, we specialize in fast roof replacements that last decades, saving you tens of thousands in the long run. You always want to compare it, especially for local service. If you can pair something more expensive with your option, you can charge a lot higher. Someone, if they perceive that, oh, my problem's going to be 50K lifetime value and I can solve it for 15K right now, you can bump it up to 17.5K and they will not bat an eye. The other thing, I'm doing a bunch of benefits right here. You can do some of these in the video, some of these in the ad copy. The ones I like the most is, this can work for some markets. That I like financing options, satisfaction guarantee, social proof. This kind of answers the question of why you versus anyone else. And then put them onto this. You can also do an offer where you're kind of talking about, you can also say, hey, we'll throw this in for free as well. We'll come in for any checkups in the next 3-5 years. I know the word's not checkups. I just can't think of it right now. The other thing you should do and be aware of, now that you have a good ad, you need to understand how to make the creatives work. You want to do 2 things. You need to make them stop the scroll, and you need to make them convert. A catchy hook, like you can do something like, those tiny chips you see in your roof? That can actually lead to a way bigger problem if you don't fix it right now. People have been reported that those tiny chips have led to things like this and this. That's why people are getting a roof replacement done. And you don't want like a bad roof replacement. You want a good one so that you don't have to worry about this for decades down the line. And we actually have a satisfaction guarantee clause where if you're not satisfied, even after 5 years, we'll fix it. That's a perfect ad right there. And what you want to do on the video side, you can do quick cuts and you want to make it look like content. right? You can do good music, you can do a lot of quick cuts, a lot of interesting B-roll, you can do before after photos, stuff like that. Now that your ads are good, you need to optimize for a couple different things. When you're testing, you want to do multiple unique vids. You want to test out the copy. You need to make sure your click through rate on the ad is good, that they go to the next step. The cost per metric is good. This determines that you're showing it's good content, and the lead quality is good also. If none of these are good, don't scale it. And you can, for each portion, there's a fix you can make. Next thing for targeting, just do Advantage Plus, do the service area, just do 25 plus or whatever like age demographic is going to buy from you. Objective, just do leads for the most part. For these ads, just do leads. You can do lead form or landing page. I most of the time do lead form just because unless your landing page looks like this, you're really not going to convert more than doing a lead form unless it's like amazing like this. This works because it's more likely to get them to call after they enter their info. However, if you just want to go from the fact of entering their info, just do a lead form. Do consistent messaging as to the ad. I audited an ad account a while back where they said something where it's like, get a roof replacement. And then the first question was, what are you looking for? Roof replacement, painting, I forget the other one, contracting work. And it's like, no, they want a freaking roof replacement. And you just look like an idiot and they're going to swipe off or think you're stupid. Qualifying questions, that's kind of a crucial thing as well. In this, for qualifying questions, just make sure that it actually qualifies them and narrows them down and filters them out. And that and make sure that the people who convert are actually seen as good leads so Facebook can tell why they're a good lead versus a bad lead so they can optimize for that. I'll cover that in the next step. That's CAPI. That's their conversions API. Link this with your CRM, link this with your Facebook account, link this with your website. Make sure they also have a clear next step so they know to call you or that they're going to get called after they either convert on your site or they convert on your Facebook ad. Next thing, tracking and data, Metapixel. Set that up so that the ads can learn and gather data off of each other. Conversions API, I just mentioned that, set that up too. UTMs, if you link it to here, basically all it does is it's like this little thing right here. You can make it pretty easily inside of ads, but all you want to do for this is it says the source and it says where they came from, what ads worked, what ads didn't. That's kind of a brief summary on what you should be doing for your Facebook ads to fix this issue. It is a pretty simple fix. If your ads agency has not done this, if they're not optimizing the creatives for this and you're not seeing great results, then click the link below. Like I said, we have a free 20-day trial. If you believe we are at least semi-capable based off of this video and you can afford to spend at least $50 per day on Facebook ads and have that be something that's not too significant for you, it's not life or death, click the link below. We can certainly help with your home service business.